Well, hello everyone. Alejandro Tornato here, coming directly from Beaufort, Georgia, and so happy to be once again with all of you. And tonight, I would love to talk to you a little bit about victory. Victory. Now, I don't know about you, but um, there's there's a great thing behind the word victory. Victory. Everyone wants to have victories in their lives. Everyone wants to be victorious. And I'm going to talk about victory from a leadership standpoint, from the mind of a good leader. Now, have you ever thought about what is it that separates the leaders who achieve victory from those who suffer defeat? What is the difference maker of those leaders who obtained victories in their progression journey versus those who consistently suffer the pain of defeat? Well, it is the fact that victorious leaders have one thing in common, and that is that they share an unwillingness to accept defeat under no circumstances. The alternative to winning is totally and completely unacceptable to them. And as a result, by maintaining that winning and that victorious kind of mindset, that mindset helps them to figure out what must be done to achieve victory, to achieve success in their work. It doesn't matter in which scenario this thinking is applied, whether it is in a sports team, whether it is in an army, whether it is in the context of a small or a large business, or even in a non-profit organization. Victory is possible as long as you have the following three components. And let me share those three components briefly with you. And the first one is unity of vision. Unity of vision. Now, every team, whether in sports or in a corporation, but every team succeeds only when the players have a unified vision. No matter how much talent or potential there is in that team or in the members of the team individually, but what makes the team move forward, what makes the team obtain victory and success, is that all the members of that team, all the players, are actively working and unified in their common vision, in unified in the common vision of that team. So the first element to obtain victory is unity of vision. Now, the second element is diversity of skills. diversity of skills. Now, let me ask you this. Can you imagine a business where there are only accountants in every position? Now, it's laughable, isn't it? But can you imagine if you have a business where all of the employees are accountants and they are in whatever position? I mean, you can have in marketing, they're accountants. In sales, they're accountants. In operations, they're accountants. In accountancy, they're accountants. In human resources, they're accountants. Everywhere you look, they're accountants. Can you imagine? Can that business thrive, and can that business have victories? No, it doesn't. And it doesn't make sense. You see, every organization requires diverse talents to succeed. Diversity of talent, diversity of skills, diversity of abilities, diversity of professions is required for any business, any organization to prosper, to have victory. And number 3, so we already covered 2. The first one was unity of vision. The second was diversity of skills. The third one is a leader dedicated to victory and raising people to their potential. In order to have victory, it's required that a team or a group or a business or a corporation must have a leader who is dedicated to victory and who is also dedicated to raising people to their potential. A leader who works with people to enhance and to take them to their full capacity and potential, to expand the potential of every person working in that business. Now, former football coach Lou Holtz, and I'm sure that you heard that name, made a statement that is very fitting to this point. Now, Mr. Holtz said the following. It says, "You've got to have great athletes to win." You've got to have great athletes to win. I don't care who the coach is. You cannot win without good athletes, but you can lose with them. This is where coaching makes the difference. Let me repeat that statement because it's lengthy, but it is very profound if we think about it. You see, Lou Holtz says, you've got to have great athletes to win. You see, he's talking in the context of sports, okay, of football. Okay, you have to have great players to win games. That's the first part. Now, I don't care who the coach is. You see, the coach could be an excellent, outstanding, awesome coach. But if in the field they don't have good, great players, the chances that the team will win are very small. So you need great players or great athletes to win games, no matter who the coach is. Now, you cannot win games without good athletes or good players. However, you can lose games even with good players. So you cannot win without them, but you can still lose with them. And what makes the difference? The difference comes when you have not only good or great athletes or players, but you also have good and great coaching. And that's what happens. That's why point number 3 is crucial and very important, because it requires for an organization to have victory, for a team to have victory. Not only it requires talented players, but it requires a leader who is dedicated to victory, who will not accept or even think anything other than victory. So defeat is not part of the equation, but also a leader who is dedicated to raising people to their maximum potential. And that is what is required for victory. Now, as I close this teaching, let me ask you something. If you are a team leader, be unwilling to accept defeat. Have that mentality, that thinking that you will be unwilling to accept defeat and lead your team to success. Lead your team to success. Don't think about defeat. Always have that thinking, that mindset of victory. You will be heading toward victory. And in order to do that, then have a team that has unity of vision. Enhance that team. Make that team in such a way that all the members of that team are constantly unified in the vision that they want to achieve. Number 2, have in that team diversity of skills. Okay? Don't have, can you imagine if in a football team, all of the members, all of the players are great quarterbacks? That team will never win. Because you need a great quarterback, but you need other players to fill all the other positions in the field. So diversity of skills and talent is required to obtain victory. Not just unity of vision, but diversity of skills. And the third is a leader or a coach, but a leader who is dedicated to victory, who is unwilling to accept defeat, but always dedicated to victory, and who is also dedicated to raising people to their utmost potential. So, thank you so very much for being with me. It was once again a pleasure to share this content with you. If you want to contact me, there is my website, alejandrojtornado.com. I would be delighted to work with you, to help you in any way I possibly can. And also, you can reach me on my social media platforms, on Facebook, on my page No Limits Living, on my group page conversations with influencers, and also on you can reach me on a page, Have the Edge. Have the Edge. It's a page, and I am part of an excellent and outstanding group of coaches and corporate trainers, and you can definitely reach me there. And if you are interested, visit us at on Facebook. Just search for Have the Edge, and you'll see me. You'll see other members of the team, and we would be delighted, all of us, to answer any questions that you may have. And so thank you so very much. It's always a pleasure to connect with all of you. And as I always remind you, to live every moment, to be resilient, and also to be kind, to be passionate, to be intentional. And remember one thing, that we were not designed or created with any kind of limitations. So I encourage you to live your life to the fullest of your ability and to the fullest of your potential. Because as Les Brown would say, there is greatness within each one of us. And so I encourage you to live and make every single day a limitless experience. So thank you. Until the next time that we meet, all the very best, and be well.